Alright guys, can you believe it? Right now we're in Burkina Faso in Africa, and we're about to head to Norway, where it's gonna be about a 65-degree Fahrenheit difference in temperature. That's a crazy contrast. And I'm about to pull a Viking ship out of its warehouse with no sleep. It's right from 30 hours of flight and right to it.
We're in Bobo right now, so it's gonna be a 6-hour bus ride to Ouagadougou, and then we leave tomorrow to Ethiopia to Oslo to another small Sagastad. So like and subscribe.
This was probably the most patience-testing journey we've had as of yet. To start it all off, we opted to attempt to sleep during our overnight bus ride from Baby's hometown of Bobo Dioulasso to the airport in Ouagadougou. What we had hoped would be a 7-hour ride of blissful rest turned into something quite the opposite.
7 hours of it.
Bro, that TV was on for 7 hours, just blaring music in my ears. There was no taking a nap.
At this point, we were just so tired that we had mostly stopped filming this long, miserably restless trek in AC-less sauna planes all the way to Niger, Ethiopia, Sweden, and Oslo, Norway, where we transferred to a tiny, chilling prop plane that coasted us over the most surreal landscape of fjords, glaciers, and mountains straight out of a mythic fairy tale.
We made it. This is the most beautiful place in the world.
Welcome, guys. Hey! 30 hours of travel.
And finally, we were at our destination. From one otherworldly, stunning country of orange and green in Burkina Faso to the blue chill of Scandinavia. Okay, well, kind of lied. One more leg to our journey. A ferry to finish off a grueling 34-hour schlep by land, air, and sea.
Right now we're on our way to the Viking Center, where I'll be pulling the Myklebust. It is a recreation of the largest Viking ship ever found, and I gotta tug it.
So welcome this car afterwards to Sagastad. Right behind us now, we have the world's largest Viking ship.
Look at this. Jesus.
You had to pull it.
This is way bigger than I thought it was.
It's gotta be too big.
It's so big.
What was wrong with the rope? The rope is a little bit flexible. We have to see if we have to change the attachment to the boat.
We didn't arrive just to go straight to bed, though. We came on a mission and had landed in the nick of time for my appointment to perform a major feat of strength by pulling this colossal Viking beast, measuring roughly 6 meters wide, 30 meters long, and weighing in at around 16 tons. This full-scale reconstruction of the Myklebust ship stands as the largest Viking ship ever discovered. Or more precisely, the largest one we found remains of and remade.
I'm feeling it, bro. I'm freaking out. It's just so much bigger than I thought it would be, so I'm freaking out. It's something that she never said.
It's important to know a little Viking history to understand the significance of what we're dealing with. From the 9th to 11th century, the Vikings commanded one of the most advanced seafaring cultures in history, with ship technology that was fast, light, and resilient. They voyaged as far south as the Mediterranean, raided the coast of England, and used shallow draft longships to sail upriver, or even carried these ships to launch surprise attacks inland, otherwise inaccessible by sea. Before I attempt this pull, I want to fast forward to take you behind the scenes to grasp a deeper understanding of these ship designs and to meet the master craftsman who brought this mythic warship back to life.
So this is the workshop where Daginger and Uttar and the third brother, Jakob, built these Viking ships.
Here in this boathouse here, we have built Gokstad ship, Osberg ship, and also Knarr, that is the trading ship for the Vikings used 1,000 years ago.
Most famous such boat, it was Ragnar Thorset sailed around the world with. This one.
This is a boat that was found in the Roskildefjord in Denmark, and there was found 6-7 boats that they used 1,000 years ago to close a whole fjord.
And they blocked.
They blocked the sea.
Yeah.
So the Vikings, other Viking ships couldn't come into. And
That's amazing.
yeah.
Why did they build the warships like so narrow?
Because it should be easy to row.
It makes it
much
faster.
faster. Yeah. In 1991, then I sailed the Gokstad ship. We sailed it all the way over to America.
How did you sail to America? Did you have stops like in Greenland? And
Was first to Shetland and then down to the Orkneys and also up to Shetland again and to Faroe Island, Iceland, and 1.5 weeks over to Greenland, and then over to Newfoundland and and down around and to Boston and all the way into Washington.
amazing. So yeah, tell me about your shop. What is the story of this place? How long have you been doing this?
This was built in the 80s.
85, I think.
This house. Before we built the Saga Sigler, this one was built in the old shed down there. And it was so narrow, we nearly doesn't get it out. You had to dig it out.
So after you finish building it, you have to make a hole underneath the workshop to get the boat out.
We are not the first boat builders here in this valley. In this valley, it have been built boats since maybe back to the Viking age. In our family or our farm here, we know that it's written down that back on the 16th century they was building boats.
Farmers who needed something to fill up the wages with in the winter. So it was very nice to do this when it's cold and you can't do anything on the farm.
Can you tell me about these boats that we have inside the workshop right now?
This is a clinker boat. That means that the boards is clinked together and lays on the outside of each other, and it's clinked or with nails together. One man builds a big boat here 8 kilometers from the sea. He had problems to carry it down to the sea. Then it was a non-written law that someone said that tomorrow I shall launch a boat to the sea. Then at least one man from each farm, every farm around the lake had to come and help doing that.
Now that we've taken a moment to appreciate the history and the craftsmanship that goes into the making of these mastercraft vessels, it's almost time to wind back the clock to the moment that I pull the Myklebust 16-ton Viking ship. But first, I want to take a moment to mention the sponsor for this video, Podium. As many of you know, these videos take a lot of effort to make and wouldn't be possible whatsoever without some help. You can easily get yourself some by going online, clicking the link in the description, or even better, get yourself some today by visiting your local Target. Just don't try too hard to lift that very appealing, sexy Atlas stone out in front. Trust me, guys, I've tried over and over again. It is impossible. It's immovable. It's goals. I'll eventually get it. 1.5 days of restless travel to immediately pull a Viking ship was a tall ask, but ultimately I signed up for this because of my love for the game.
Really excited to see if this pull is able to be done.
View is so much bigger than I thought it would be.
Yet I was also nervous. A crowd had formed with news anchors alongside it. It was time for a dusty mental switch to be flicked. Romark, my brother for life, has also been my handler through the most intense of strongman competitions. So in moments like this, when facing a Goliath, we forget we're YouTubers and we pull out our metaphorical slingshot to take on the impossible. Contest mode was activated. A moment of much needed respite was finally here. The rest of our week was spent at the incredible Tunheimsfjorda Lodge overlooking the fjords of Norway and bathing in serenity.
This is gonna be cold as shit. He's gonna go in and he's going in. He's going full force. Oh! I just really want to be on this boat all day, honestly. I want to go on a long voyage, so I think I'm gonna have to talk to these guys about, like, in the future, let's do some proper rowing training and let's go somewhere and never come back and never be seen again. Vikings didn't take magic mushrooms, they took flying soap.
Yeah, but that's a magic mushroom.
It is a mushroom.
Yeah, it's a tiny one.
Oh, I thought it was like a flower or something.
No,
Flying
it's a mushroom.
It's a magic mushroom. Okay. Do you have some?
No.
Oi! Oi! Oi!
I'm the strongest man in the world to row this big fat ship alone. Give me a saucer.
Let's do this thing!
You are sitting in the front. You try in the front. 2 rows in the front.
Yes, yeah. To England for peaceful trade negotiations! For the beer!
Every so once in a while, a challenge comes along I cannot say no to. For this trip, we knew we had not only a major strength challenge amongst us, but also a logistics one paired with a gamble. To succeed in making it out here to do this pull has opened so many doors and possibilities. To be an ambassador for Strongman, to put strength into a positive light, and play a small role in making history is one of my goals through Strength Unknown.
So just a couple days ago, I pulled this out of the museum, and now I'm on it. And that is really special.
So what do you guys think of us possibly putting on a strongman show in this incredible location in Norway alongside the Myklebust Viking ship? Let me know in the comments, and we just may take on the challenge of making this a reality.
You guys, thank you for subscribing to our channel. We're able to make these videos.
Yeah, this feels surreal, like I'm in a dream. And if you live in England, I'm terribly sorry, but we're taking the country.
Thank you guys for watching. If you like what we do, please consider supporting our sponsor Podium or by purchasing one of our Strength Unknown shirts by scanning this QR code. I really thought we'd be taking a break from traveling at this point, but it turns out there's one more major trip beckoning us. So see you guys in Mongolia for more wrestling.